Hey guys, Roberto here from Real FIFA HD, here with our first game of the season, as promised from last episode, against Newcastle United. So they start off with showing a little piece here by Agger, and we're going to move straight on into the highlights. In the second minute, basically right off kickoff, they controlled the play, and Ben Arfa crossed it in, and believe that was Cisse that headed it over the bar. And then moving on to the 36th minute, so there was nothing going on for that. Defoe sends Welbeck through on a breakaway. He slams it into the back of the net, getting a goal in his first BPL game for Spurs, and first goal for Spurs of the season. In the 37th minute, a little bit of a crazy celebration. And I believe that was all that happened in the first half. Maybe I put one or two more highlights in there. But as you can see, Welbeck just does a really nice, places it nice into the corner. And no, we still have one more highlight. In the 45th minute, I get a free kick with Sigurdsson. Normally, I'm okay with free kicks, but this one wasn't very good. But I decided to put it anyway because it was a free kick. And Krul had basically no trouble stopping that one. And he kicks it up, and it is halftime at that point. So we go into halftime leading against Newcastle 1-0. And now we go into the 58th minute where I get a throw in, and I throw it to Welbeck, and Welbeck passes it into Bale, and Bale smashes it into the corner. Captain Bale, getting his first of the season during the first game, has a little bump in with the Newcastle defender ball celebration, but he plays the violin for Newcastle United's fans and players. And as you can see the replay here, I didn't really show the throw-in well, but they kind of just tried to clear it, and it ended up going for a throw-in, so that resulted in the goal. And here I'm just doing some substitutions. I'm probably gonna be showing all the substitutions on a little clip like this. I do put in Dempsey, even though Dempsey will be taken out eventually when Kabul is healthy. Dempsey will be put into reserve because I don't want Dempsey in the starting team. I would much rather sell him for a good amount of money. And those are the subs: Dembele for Sandro, Dempsey for Sigurdsson, and I believe Adebayor for Defoe. And right off the bat here. No, it was for Welbeck. But right off the bat, Adebayor almost scores, like nearly 30 seconds after being brought in. But yeah, I did actually take off. No, it was Defoe. Just said it right there. So okay. So here we have Adebayor chipping the ball through to Gareth Bale. The defender gets a touch, but Bale takes it, wires it with his weak foot into the near post, and that makes it 3-0. And he does a little bit of a hot hand celebration into sucking his thumb. And then once again plays the violin, telling Newcastle they aren't getting back into the game. And as you can see on the replay, the defender does get a touch, but Bale just takes it right from him after he takes his touch and then wires it into the near post. And then here we get another chance here with Adebayor rockets one. What a save by Krul. And then they manage to somehow clear it out after a little bit of a scramble within like 8 yards out or 9 yards out. And here Tiote does a nice little dribble to get around my defender and then shoots one, but Lloris is up to the task and makes a nice save. And we just clear it out. But right off that clearance, Cabaye gets it over to Sissoko, who chips a nice ball over to Fred. And I have no clue how Lloris didn't save this. The header is going virtually 2 miles per hour. And Lloris kind of moves out of the way when Fred headers it. So that makes it 3-1. And Newcastle trying to itch their way back into the game. And here, right after that, into the 90th minute, Marvo plays a nice ball through to Cabaye, and Cabaye cuts up, tries to cross it, but it's failed, and we try to break out here, and that is the end of the game. And Gareth Bale getting man of the match with a 9.3 match rating. And as you can see, the other scores there, if you want to pause and look at the scores, if you want to keep up with the league table and whatnot, there is what you can see. And Manchester City forced an Aguero sale. From last episode, Aguero is sold to Barcelona for, I believe, 74 million. I believe that's what it ended up being, the final fee, 74.5 million. So, huge price tag for Sergio Aguero. I'm not sure if it ended up being 74 or 34, if I read that right. But anyway, it's a large price tag for Barcelona to pay for Aguero. And we're going to go into our next BPL game against West Brom. And this was I think it was a more entertaining game than the Newcastle one. But right here in the 16th minute, we pass it over to Defoe. He rockets one and he hits the post. So that was kind of sucky. But here we get a corner in the 45th minute, and Agger slots it into the back of the net with a nice header in his second BPL game with Spurs. showing why he was the center back we needed to sign and put on this Spurs team. Hopefully Dawson's doing good in Liverpool. I don't really care. Because Agger's doing good, or as I like to call him, Dagger, because when they show his name when he scores, it's D. Agger. But here we go, right off kickoff, after I scored in the 45th minute, they just boot one up to Malumbu, and he just rockets it. It's just that easy for the computer on World Class to just tear you apart, and just do freaking LBY pass right off kickoff, and they'd be on a breakaway and score. Which kind of frustrated me, but at the same time, I can't expect any less from the computer. So here, just a rocketed near post shot. And I believe right after that, I try and actually, I get pretty close to scoring another goal myself. With a little solo run with Defoe, because I knew right when I lost the ball it was the end of the half. But Defoe does a nice little bit of work here, gets all the way down to the little arc, and he just misses. And that miss results in the halftime whistle being blown. We go into halftime 1-1. And moving on to the 52nd minute, or 53rd minute, Defoe runs it down the wing. He's just completely destroying the West Brom defense. Triple tap X cross, and Gylfi tries to backheel it. Would have been a very nice goal if it went in, but it did, matter of fact did not go in, as you can see. And here we have Malumbu breaking through on a breakaway. I'm trying to speed up a Walker. I know I'm faster. For here, I think I got a nice tackle in here. Got ball got swept away. Malumbu gets injured, and they get a penalty from the play. And as you can see, Walker there. Look at the replay. I got the ball, but he managed to fall. I managed to get the timing perfectly right, so when he would kick me when he kicked instead of kicking the ball, so it ended up being a penalty. Shane Long steps up to the spot, and he slots it into the left corner or whatever. I don't know if it's a corner, really. They sub in Lukaku for Malumbu because Malumbu was injured. And here you can see me rage flicking the stick because Walker actually did get sent off for that challenge. That means he won't be able to play in the next game as well. I sub in Dempsey for Sigurdsson again, Holtby for Bale, and I believe I left it at that. And then apparently I got a little clip here. We got Defoe running. Oh no, never mind. And we got, now here we go, this was really stupid. Lukaku logged it in, I headed it back. Lukaku got it right back, passed it into Shane Long, and he goes on a run, and he's just a pacey customer. He will outrun my center backs any day of the week, and he will slot it into the net to make it 3-1 West Brom. And I was a bit angry at this point, because I felt like I was really controlling the game after that penalty. But being one man down on the defensive line isn't easy to keep. Isn't easy to what am I trying to say here? It isn't easy to keep the score the same it was when you weren't one man down. But it was kind of hard without Walker. So in fact, the game did finish 3-1, and we did lose 3 points to West Brom out of all teams. So here are the scores, and it's a bit frustrating after that game because I felt as though we could have had that game if we didn't get sent off for that, and if that wasn't a penalty. But here there are the email telling us how Walker is indeed not being able to play the next game. So I do put in Naughton, and then I bring in Tom Carroll, just because he was the best one that was on the reserve, so I decided to put him in. And here we go, we got Eunice praises fair boss, and I'm just going to put Tom Carroll. I noticed he was young and good, so I'm just like, okay, I'll just put him on the loan list. I don't know why I haven't earlier. So that's what I did there. And here we are, we're going to sim ahead to the Manchester City game. But before that, I do indeed get an email showing us who is going on international duty. And then they give us a little news piece about Tom Carroll. And that'll do it for this episode, guys. Make sure to leave a like and subscribe and leave a comment if you enjoyed. See ya.